Oh, you want to get real crazy? Today we're making a serving tray using curly maple and mermaid dust and copper epoxy. You might be thinking, oh, you're just going to throw that piece of curly maple in there and a bunch of epoxy? What, are we new here? Of course we're new, so we're gonna try something new. This is my wood. I'm gonna draw a little squiggly line going through it that looks similar to this. That's gonna give me two pieces like this. The cool part about this is I don't have to keep these perfect. I'm gonna take this through my bandsaw when I do it, and I can just clean it up and make them both look good individually. And then since they're separated, it should look perfectly fine, like they're the exact opposites, because they will be. I think what I wanna do here, I think I wanna do the mermaid dust over here, the copper over here, kind of diagonal, and then swirl the middle. But there's a chance that I kind of bring it all throughout. But right now, I'm gonna start with the two diagonal, but we're gonna see where we end up. We got our very professionally drawn line. I'm basically using this as a reference. I'm gonna try to keep it as much corner to corner as possible, which shouldn't be too hard on the bandsaw. Speaking of, let's go to the bandsaw. All right, that wasn't too bad. Now I'm just gonna go through and kind of touch up, clean up the bandsaw marks, which aren't even that bad, but it is pretty burnt. So let me clean that up real quick. Nice and easy, got it cleaned up on the inside. Now it's time to start doing some epoxy. This is a 1-to-1 epoxy, so I'm going 2 cups in each of these. So both of these are gonna be full because I need a lot of epoxy. For the color, I'm pretty sure I've been using way too much. So I'm gonna start with a little bit because I want it to be kind of like integrated throughout, where a lot of my epoxy projects in the past, the color feels really dense, but I want it to be like light and vibrant. So I'm at a little bit at a time, and I think that's gonna be the difference. All you need to know to use the vacuum chamber with epoxy is just let it run till all the bubbles are done. I remember I was looking up all like, how long do I keep it in for this and this? It just go until the bubbles are all gone, and it's gonna make it so much easier in the end. I'm no expert at all, but here's what I'm tracking. Mold release spray going into the mold. Then I'm gonna basically paint the inside of these with each color epoxy. What that should do is help bond the epoxy to the wood better, so I won't have issues of it falling off when it's done. Oh no, I dipped it in. That's fine. I think you mostly do this when you don't have a perfectly clean edge, but I just want to be safe, so I'm doing it anyways. These little 1-pound weights, they work so well holding the wood down. You definitely want that because they will float in epoxy. I do not know how I'm going to do this cleanly. So we just do it. Dang, even then it wasn't enough epoxy. That's crazy. Luckily, this was thicker than 3/4 of an inch, so this should be just about 3/4 of an inch worth of epoxy. So we should be perfect, and I'll just clean it up. Take it back, not risking it. All right, it's been sitting overnight. Now we get to take it out of the mold. We could just flip it around and hit it a couple times with a mallet and be boring. Or we can see if we can get it on one try by just flipping the thing over. Do the mallet next time. But we're all good. All right. It's not perfectly flat. I did add more epoxy to it, but I'm gonna take it over to the planer and get it perfectly flat. We are out of the planer and ready to go to sanding. The planer started to take little chunks out in some places, so I kind of stopped a little bit early, but I'm playing it safe. I'm probably gonna spend a little more time sanding, but that's okay. I'd rather do that than ruin this. So what I need to do is I need to sand it, but I also need to clean up these edges. So I'm gonna go clean up these edges on the table saw and then sand it all down. Here's a quick little update for you. I've been going through sanding. I started with 60 grit and got as flat as I could. There's still some chunks in here that I'm working on. I think I can get it cleaned up and it shouldn't be super noticeable when it's done. So I think it's gonna be all right, but I'm still working on sanding it to make it nice and shiny. I also got the handles out, so I wanna give you an idea of what these are gonna look like. Look at that, this thing is gonna look so good when it's done. We are almost done. Now it's time for the finish. And we are finished with the serving tray. I think the epoxy turned out really nice. A couple of the things that went wrong, but even wrong still looks great, so I don't care. I meant to set an alarm to remind myself to come swirl the epoxy, but I forgot, and by the time I remembered, it was too late. I took my little stir stick and just went, I was like, no. Still looks great. I do wish I had the swirl in there. I'm gonna remember that next time. I don't know how well you can see them. I did a decent job covering up the little chunks taken out, but you can definitely see them in person. I'm gonna be selling this on my Etsy, but I'm gonna be as transparent as possible, so I'll probably drop the price down and I'll make sure I take a couple pictures of those spots too, so you know what you're buying if you get it. Which, in my opinion, it's probably gonna be a steal, because it looks great. It just has those chunks that I cannot sell this for too much, but I love it.
Very quick update. I took the hardware off and I poured some more epoxy on the top and it covered all the little chip outs. So I'm selling this at full price now, suckers. Double update, look at it. It looks so good. Oh man, I'm so excited that I saw this thing through. And thank you to the people on TikTok, because I posted a TikTok about it and I said, hey, what do I do to sell this because it's not perfect? And they said, fix it, trust me. I did, and I'm glad I did. It looks so much better now and there's no more chips or chunks or anything. Ah, it's great.
I'm currently on a journey to make this my full-time job. I want to be able to make cool things for people for reasonable prices. I feel like custom stuff does cost a little more because of the extra work put in, but I feel like I can do it for a good price and get really good stuff. And I'm only getting better as we go. So I really want to continue to do this. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed, if you enjoy it, like this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Here's Johnny. Nice and easy. Got it cleaned up on the inside.